there are so many aspects of learning that we discussed. It's one of the most unpopular topics, I think, because nobody wants to, undergo suffering. Everybody wants happiness. Recently, my friend, Professor Funderental, has written a book on where he carries out the entire theme of the book as happiness. And he says, we need happiness. And we need what is the goal of the Buddhist to become happy, not to be unhappy, not to be suffering. Right? And because of the use of these terms are used frequently, some Westerners have, of course, branded us as pessimists. Pessimists are the sort of people who think there is no happiness at all, and everything is suffering all the time, and there is no way that you come out of suffering. But Buddhists are different. Buddhists accept that there is suffering. Right, as Buddha has also accepted that there is suffering, that we all happy, and we want to be happy. We want to put an end to it, and the purpose the Buddha used this Dukkha as the first noble truth is also not to glorify it, not to be happy about suffering, to find a way to get rid of it. And that's like the whole group must be discussed together, not one in isolation, as even Dr. Ramsey, one of the great Buddhist scholars, who although he was not a professional scholar in Buddhism, he started his father. He has to do two enlightening books actually, and he always says, very difficult because he is a scientist, and using a lot of scientific terms and everything, and very reading. Anyway, he also says that if you discuss one truth, you have to take all other, the rest of the truths also. Right? You cannot just talk about suffering. If you talk just about suffering, then the label you have to put, I'm a pessimist. But in Buddhism, there is a message that you can eliminate suffering. So we discuss suffering not because we enjoy suffering, not because we want to make it, a permanent thing. We want to change it. Otherwise, it will be a very miserable message. We tell people, you are suffering and there is no way to come out of it. No. The Buddha is telling us, you can be happy. Happiness is the goal, right? But there is unsatisfactory because there is suffering. The term unsatisfactoriness is, of course, very well accepted now. In fact, I remember when I was reading the meditation instructor, Dukkha, right, who runs a course for mindfulness in MIT. Institute of Technology, University, world recognized place, where he is actually running 10-month course based on Patipattana Sutta, and for people who have to spend that long, he has 10-day course as well. And he was also looking for a word to discuss Dukkha. And he has found a word in a film. It's another word, so I think you have made it. So the film was made on that as well. It was, I think it was shown in Sri Lanka about 50 years ago. And so is in one instance, Dukkha refers to that, just a discussion. Among two people, one man is asking the other man, how are you? Something like that. Are you happy? Some sort of inquiring or saying. And he says, oh my dear friend, wife, children and all that catastrophe. And then the meditation master is telling us that no one thinks life is a catastrophe. That children are catastrophe when you make it like that. But in this particular context, he used the word catastrophe. He says this is a very mild use of the term. Catastrophe doesn't mean like in our truth of suffering. The suffering doesn't mean real suffering. That's a different thing. When the word is dukkha, it doesn't mean really dukkha, the pain. It is a wider, it has a wider application, wider meaning. The same way he says, a use of catastrophe is there, right? He doesn't mean that he is a lot of suffering. He has a lot of suffering because of wife and children and all that. It is a responsibility, it is a burden, but he is happy taking that. The same way that we all of us are, Buddhists, and here we are today discussing suffering. But out of the world, are we always thinking we are suffering? Are we talking about suffering, pains, a lot of pain, birth, suffering, and all that? We forget that. We forget to take it for granted. But only when we are philosophically thinking about life, we are becoming rather meditative or contemplative, and we are thinking about hope or truth, and then we use the term suffering, and we are talking about it. Otherwise, we normally don't consider them as suffering. How do we? When somebody asks you, how are you? You say, oh, I'm suffering. If you say that, other man will really misunderstand you that you are actually in human health. You know, I'm fine. It's not the way we respond. We have to say that, right? I'm fine, I'm happy, I think it's well with them, I'm now. That's the goal of life. Right? Then why are we suffering? Why we are holding this unsatisfactoriness? That's a philosophical lesson, right? That when we look at the life philosophically, in-depth analysis makes you think that all this is unsatisfactory. But there are levels of this. Right? Spoken of 3 levels. Right? The mainly the pain level, suffering level, general suffering level, dukkha. Normally in Buddhist literature we say dukkha, right? So we arrive in the world and sit very comfortably, which means chaos are good when we sat. But when 2-3 hours we are sitting and we are listening, right, you feel like standing up, because sitting for several hours actually is suffering, painful. So you want to change the position at least. Go, if you like to go and walk around and come back and sit, and then again you are comfortable. So like that, things are changing in the world, and I think we are actually mostly suffering because the world is impermanent, as my friend Dr. Kasiri said that it's a changing world. In this impermanent world, we have in our mind a lot of demands for permanence. Right? We want, that's a mistake. We want things to be permanent. So in an impermanent world, we are asking for permanent things. Right? When you were married to your beautiful wife, right, a long time ago, right, she was very beautiful. And you wanted her to be beautiful forever. But now, what's happening? She's getting gradually old, and that beautiful complexion is now no more, and all that. Aging process has made the change. Right? But we are still demanding, let my wife be as beautiful as she used to be forever. I read recently one writer wrote a short story about his wife's hair. He says the wife has beautiful, blue, black, beautiful, nice flowing hair when married, Then later, gradually, she lost some of her hair, got white and all that, and now it's very unpleasant for me to touch even. And he wrote a short story about this. It was published in Funderental. So, the problem is that in the impermanent world, we are making demands for permanence. That's the basic thing. If we understand, that's why the Buddha insisted that we should first understand impermanence. Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta are the three basic realities, and we really come face to face with reality that we can, even though, right, we consider life is miserable, suffering and all that, within this, we can have some happiness. We can solve our problems into a satisfactory way, and we can sort of keep on living without much complaints. Actually, live life, actually we have lived happily, right? Unlike the Buddhist monk sitting cross-legged and meditating about only impurity, turning to impurities in the body, we can't able to do that, can we? If somebody, a young person, right, is there in impurity meditation and goes home and look at his wife and say, oh my God, this is full of impurities, what life is going to... So, as lay people, right, we have to make some compromises, and then understanding suffering is also the same way, right, we cannot go extremes until we sit firstly to meditation to attain arahanthood. We have to accept certain realities and live with it. The Buddha, in fact, in his explanation of suffering, not only spoke about the individual's psychological samsaric suffering, he spoken about social suffering as well. There is political, economic, and various other forms of suffering in society. So with these, there is a solution for those. Right? If the political system is bad, then there will be general elections, or there will be some other forms to change the government. Then you can think of a better government. If the economic system is not functioning very well, then you can get advice from experts in economics, right? They are paying actually, they are the not really good, right? Anyway, everything can be changed. That's the beautiful thing. Now, impermanence is something that we always meditate as something not very satisfactory, but we can see that they are painting in positive light as well. Impermanence is the only beautiful thing in the samsara. If samsara were permanent, how can we think of Dukkha? Right? How can we come out of it? It's beautiful that samsara is impermanent, so we can meditate and come out of it. Right? If we want a permanence actually, like I said that every time we normal human beings ask for permanence in impermanent world. Right. If you think of if you think that way and think, yeah, permanence is very good, and you become permanent in this YMBA discussion wall, what will happen? All people, will they ever see you? You become like the stone statues on which you are chairs. Then you can't even realize that you are. You have become permanent. Because to know that you have become permanent, you have to think. But thinking is possible only in an impermanent world. Right? Now we think because our mind is changing. If our mind becomes solid and no more thoughts occur, then we don't know we have become permanent. So impermanent in a way is a good opportunity for us to change. That's why Nibbana is possible. That's why we should know more about impermanence. Even in political philosophies, they also insist that impermanence people must realize. Now Karl Marx, when he wanted to change the system, Because he believed that systems change. So he wanted to change the system, to bring in a new system, new way. The same way, he would also realize that impermanence has more, right? It in a way it's good, in a way it's bad. It's bad because we make demands for permanence. Right? That's the way I think we have to look at it. And so, unsatisfactoriness or suffering, right? We have to look at it that way. The first level, we have suffering, physical pains, right? In Dukkha Sutta, who has given several items, right? For us to focus. And one thing, there is physical pain also. That's one level. Any child can understand that. When a child has stomachache, headache, or someone has put a pin on the skin, feeling. Physical pain, anybody can understand. And secondly, mental pain also, to a great extent, we can understand. The pain level, of course, understand. But then there are two other levels. Right? There is Viparinama level, the change level. Right? Change also makes us unhappy, very often. Right? And unchange also can make us unhappy because we are not allowed to stand and it can give you a bit of physical comfort by doing some exercises in this hole. We are supposed to, as it is a double discussion, to remain seated and be attentive to what is going on here. So, yes, we have no permission to change, and that is also suffering. And then there is another level. Our friend Dr. Patel and most of you know contributing to that Sankhara Dukkha, right? The conditionedness. Everything happened in the world as a result of being conditioned. Right? New conditions arise. Now, for instance, we are very happily, peacefully discussing Dhamma in this hall. But all of a sudden, there can be a new factor to upset all this. The fire signal. Someone wrongly push the button and fire alarm. Right? Makes us not think of Dhamma, think of life. Think in other way for life. Right? So, new factor. And somebody arrives here and says, what nonsense you are talking here? Right? Life is beautiful. You are talking about suffering. Then what will happen? We all get angry. Because we identify ourselves as Buddhism, and if somebody attacks Buddhism, we will make ourselves a Buddha Valasena and try to attack this fellow. So what will happen? New factors change the situation all the time. Right? We are very, very guilty and we are functioning beautifully, and all of a sudden we get ill. Then our course of action has to be changed. So new factor. So that is actually condition. New conditions, new factors like change our happiness and will come a problem. So there are various ways that we experience suffering or unsatisfactoriness, and the Buddhism's message is that we should not get upset about this because it is possible for us to find happiness. Right? Within this life also it is possible for us to find happiness by successfully manipulating the factors. The word is Paticca, and in Paticca, the unchanged is always constant. So we can change. We get sick, but we do. We go to the doctor, they sweat, and we get medicine and we get cured. And that is how we struggle with that transparency. Right? But when you think of it in sankharic context, then we have to find the permanent solution, and then we will analyze philosophically what is the reason that we are in this unending process of suffering. As we have rightly discussed before me, it is the craving, tanha, we are attached, we are getting attached to certain things, and we are asking for things, and so our greed, our craving makes things actually difficult for us. So we have to control it. As long as we live as human beings, we can balance our craving. And we cannot eliminate all of a sudden, right? It's impossible for we people, right? Being busy with so many things to completely eradicate it. But we can control it, we can balance it. Right? The tanha that we have for physical things can be accompanied by another tanha for dhamma. That's what we are doing here. That's why we are coming here to discuss dhamma, because we have, instead of kama chanda, we have to create dhamma chanda. Right? So with dhamma chanda, our liking, our desire to know more about life philosophically and to know the way to happiness, right? We discuss Dhamma and we engage as much as possible in meditation and everything, and we want to balance our life. So we have a little amount of suffering rather than suffering all the time. So control our greed, control our ignorance, and control our anger makes us live a happy life, a happy spiritual life, mundane life, and that should be our goal actually. Instead of crying about are you miserable until we get Nibbana, it's impossible to have some happiness. No. Buddha has given many a way to reduce our suffering and to face problems of life with some confidence, and that's why Vyakranapati Sutta, Mangala Sutta, Parabhava Sutta, Vadana Sutta are given to lay people. Right? So, while meditating for Nibbana, at the same time you must struggle with our daily situations wisely. And if we face life wisely, then there will be less suffering. Can have happiness, because it is happiness. Right? Is that happiness? We don't feel very much about suffering, but the day that we are more philosophically aware of the bigger problem of unsatisfactory sanskara, we can get cross-fit and meditate and realize that there is one great tanha we have eradicated, that is the tanha to be born. Because Buddha says the final reason is Yaya Tanha Polo Marita. Polo Marita means putting us again and again in this process of bhava. As a kind of bhava, we get Purarupati, rebirth. Okay. So it's very simple, I think, for us that in Buddhism we have the message that things are unsatisfactory. And so Sankara is unsatisfactory, and we get, but there is a possibility of putting an end to Sankara. But before that, there are other sorts of sufferings, day-to-day experiences, and social, political, and all other things. And they are also very greed in Mahanidara Sutta, which has focused on how tanha, right, can create a lot of practical problems and how to solve it. And as a result of that, we can have a happy life also without putting a label here, I am a pessimist, I am suffering. Thank you.
Friends, we have listened to a very valuable talk by Professor Chanyu Vijay Bandara under the subject under discussion. And he was referring, as much as it was referred to earlier also, about happiness. Now, of course, those who have realized the Buddhist goal of Dukkha and who are continuing to live till they pass away, they have overcome Dukkha. There is no Dukkha for Anahana. Although they are living in the same way that we are living, you see. They are also aging, they also need food to eat, you see, they are normal human beings. But they are in the world but above the world. So, even in this life itself, you can put an end to Dukkha. Now, we also refer to these three kinds of Dukkha, three kinds to Professor. Normal is the Dukkha. Normal Dukkha that anybody knows. When you have pain, this is Dukkha. then the dukkha caused by changes that are taking place. And the most important thing, dukkha caused by conditionality. Everything is conditioned. That is why the famous saying, when this is, that is. When this is not, that is. This the rising, that the rises. This ceasing, that ceases. Everything is conditioned, and because of that also we have this problem. Then also we were talking about this impermanence of things. Impermanence is also a happy situation, because when you are in pain, you don't like that to be permanent. You like to go off. Similarly, Professor, also with regard to death. Now supposing you are going to live without dying, I mean it's a terrible position, no? Because afterwards the aging process continues. Aging process continues. But you are not dying. You see? So all gradually your faculties are giving way. So it is best. Then there is death. You see, at a certain stage in life, there should be death. Because otherwise it leads to enormous suffering. Now he also came with this idea of this Dhammachandra. You see, the desire for the Dhamma. But that is also thing that we have to abandon sometime, you see, because this is supposed to be like a raft, no, as it is very commonly said, raft to cross the river, or the ocean from the ocean of samsara to the bliss of Nibbana. So, once you have made use of it, you discard it, even the Dhamma is discarded at that stage. Now, it was said, you mentioned, Professor, that when people ask, how are you getting on? Most of them say fine. Of course, that is a lie. That is really a lie. Violation of one factor in the global eightfold path. Most people, if they have got a high job just a day or two before, or they have got enormous wealth, then they can say, I am fine. But otherwise, they are not fine. They are just repeating parrot-like. You see, I am fine. You see? So you must be very carefully guarded in your language with about the right speech. You see, you must think and talk. Don't just say things that will please the other person, knowing, but that person also will not take much notice of your happiness or your being fine. So now we have listened to a very interesting talk by Professor Chandra Vijay Bandara. So now is the turn for discussion, questions and answers.
Now, say that Nibbana is Parama Sukha, and Arahat has reached Nibbana. But he has also to undergo pain in his life, old age. Psychologically, he might be okay, he said another thing. But can a person eliminate suffering entirely in his life?
Well, the thing is that the word suffering is a term referring to a mental situation. So, even though someone is getting a lot of physical pain, if he can control his mind, if his mind is more powerful than the physical feelings and all this, he can still tolerate that pain and accept it as a fact and still be happy. An example, if we can take history, there is a story about one husband who was misunderstood by getting a queen's secret lover, who was boiled in oil. A big oil container, it's called like a Kalyan Sister's time. You might have heard. Right there, the monk desired trying to undertake that. With his powers that he has achieved through meditation, he could propose flying in the sky. The mental development, so he tolerated that. And even Venerable Mokkana, the well-known Venerable for Iti Patiharya, he also, when the demons were eating him, took the eating. So he didn't consider suffering, he takes it as part of reality. That way, even though something that gives us excruciating pain, ordinary people also sometimes you can see, right, with lot of physical pain, you maintain the mind balance. Go to cancer hospital, right? The cancer patients get lot of pain, but some patients, right, with strong mindedness, courage, right, they tolerate that pain and pass away peacefully, right? And now in Australia, some hospitals have allowed meditation masters to walk in and teach meditation to these cancer patients, because meditation is one way that gives them mental strength to take that pain and not feel that much pain, and so pain can be controlled, right? It can reduce into a tolerable level by mind power. It is now generally accepted by many scientists that mind over body. Yes. So it can be done.
And it is also, you see, now although arahats feel the pain, physical pain, they don't feel it in the same that ordinary people like you and I. And also they can go to Nirodha Samapa. They can get into Nirodha Samapa, feel at a high level of concentration, then they will not feel anything. They will not feel anything. But apart from that, as Professor was mentioning, there are persons, even ordinary people, you see, but they have developed their mind to such a degree that they are able to, they get the pain, but not to the extent that ordinary people get. So arahats don't get pain. You see, they might get a slight pain, because it is said that one arahat was hit by not a human being, by another being from another world, hard on the head. And the colleague asked him, "Is it hurt?" Because he saw. He said, "I heard that somebody just touching my head, you see, just touching my head, just very friendly knock, or you see, something like that."
And when you some karate teachers, like what we cannot do, they do with their hand. They break the tile and sometimes they get blood also oozing, but no pain. They do it very happy, right? Like that, the whole culture, physical culture, also can make this.
And also operation. Surgical operation done without anesthesia.
And some undergo a touch, they take the blade and cut and show us the blood.
Yes, so that's it. Saprama, you had some question.
After the enlightenment, the first and foremost important way about which he spoken about was Dukkha, first noble truth. Now, he has mainly dealt with the Dukkha. Now, while doing so, Buddha has told there are 4 types of happiness that a layman can achieve. Atti Sukha, Bhoga Sukha, Ananda Sukha and Anavasya. Atti Sukha, happiness of economic success. Bhoga Sukha, happiness of enjoying one's own property. Ananda Sukha, happiness of not being indebted. And Anavasya Sukha, happiness of leading a righteous life. While the Buddha has really dealt with Dukkha, hasn't he gone against what he has said by saying that there are 4 types of happiness that a layman can achieve?
Very good question. Yeah, very challenging even to the Buddha. Right. The Buddha, in fact, didn't say, right, that entire life is so miserable that no happiness is possible. When someone asked the Buddha, Venerable Sir, regarding the feelings that human beings undergo, is it suffering more or is it happiness more? The Buddha said, happiness more for human beings, suffering more for well-being, and absolute happiness for human beings. So comparatively, we human beings are very fortunate, right, to have some, relative happinesses. That is why we always say you need a lot of kusala to become a human being, right? Otherwise, if we are also suffering, then we can say this is human health. That it is not human health. this is a reasonably better type of existence. So that's why some people who already know a lot of Dhamma think, okay, I will be evolved as a human being to help other people, right? And in Mahabharata, there are bodhisattvas who are on the shoulder of Nibbana, but then turning back and helping other people until all others are also getting matured enough to say, again Buddha. So, in the human world, right, there are, in fact, these so-called happiness are related to not to the sort of Nibbanic side, not to the Sutta Mandate side. These are those are Mandate happiness. We have never said there are no Mandate happiness in the world. If you balance your economy way, you may have Sutta. Right? People who are not extremely greedy can think of their food, clothes, and housing, and medicine, and have having enough for getting energy. Then we have happiness.
Yeah, I will call.
Right? And we become helps people to become economically sound. Otherwise, life will be miserable if you don't have enough money in your pocket. Right? How can you listen to Dhamma in some way? You must have enough money in the pocket and enough money to look after your household today and for tomorrow as well. So, it is actually, it's not contradictory, right? If it is contradictory, Buddha has said there is no happiness at all in the human world also, but he says so. He has said, Nibbana is Paramsukha. That is the last, perfect, absolute happiness that so Uttarikaran Sutta Buddha said, it is the Uttarikaran, this nobler happiness than happiness we already have. Right? We have happiness here, but this is temporary, but therefore we have to look for a nobler one, higher one is Nibbana. Nibbana being higher does not mean that certainty which is absolutely hopeless. No. We have our Asisukha, Bhogasukkha, Anandasukha, Anavajasukha, and even Buddha has a penship, like that. You have to maintain your social relationship, all gives you happiness, satisfaction, and Buddha encourages all these years of orders to live that sort of happy life. Right? Not said constantly, in the way, things are suffering. So you have been from court prosecuted by others, you are making your life miserable. No, you got to be accused like that. He has said there are various happinesses that people must have. That is why we always say that the Buddha has two kinds of suttas. Suttas for monks. We are going to say, Bhikkhave. One day, Grahapati Sutta, Tula Sutta are for us.
Now, of course, there is this aspect also, Mr. Sapramat, that Buddha never, as Professor said, Buddha never denied happiness. Happiness is there. And this is the advice that he gave to Anatha Pindika. You see, that these are the four kinds of things that will make a person happy in this world, ordinary being. So this happiness is not denied, because if there is no happiness at all, of course, people might think of committing suicide also, as I was mentioning on early occasion. Yes. Is there anyone else? No. Yes, yes.
On the term happiness, about 5 or 6 years ago, we went through an experience. We went to the visitation center at Deep. And there was a German priest there. So my friend asked, Swami Manta, who are you? He said, I don't know. Then my friend asked, Swami Manta, you have come and settled down here, you must be happy. He said, I am not happy, I am not sad. I have achieved contentment.
Right, it's an extreme example actually. We should go to that type of extreme. If somebody asks me, who are you? I will definitely say, I'm going to give that. Because we have Buddha said, one who is enlightened will never contradict the ordinary usage. The case equivalent. And so the thing, whatever people have accepted as reality, reality, Atti Samata, Samati, Atti Samata. So, in order, participating in young men's Buddhist association by MBA in Kerala, Buddha will not say, oh, there is no such thing. Right? In this environment, how can you have a young men's Buddhist association? Right? How can this young men be fed forever young? Buddha will speak like a 4 years, speak like in India. Right? And when he was referring to his Pratama Pradhana, right, it's accepting Federal Buddha Dipankara's great Buddha Dipankara's prediction, he refers that to this